My best memory of the Sorg really goes to 1982. The local community theater group, Middletown Lyric Theater, was doing a production of Godspell. So I came to see the production, and I didn't realize the significance of it until just before the performance. Someone from Friends of the Sorg stood in front of the stage and informed us that they had just rigged up the movie screen, which sat just behind the curtain, had rigged it to a rig that they could fly up into the air, and this would be the first performance in 40-some years where the audience could actually see the stage, and it was a live theater production.
Had the best seat in the house up in the projection booth. I'd watch the movies from up here. You couldn't beat it. Nobody's in your way, perfect sound, and plus, about 7 years old, I started splicing movies, cartoons, you name it, I did it up here. About 9 years old, that's when I started to learn how to run some of these machines. My dad would teach me how to do that. And I would get to do changeovers from one to the other sometimes with his help, because he didn't trust me by myself, you know. And I remember coming up here, going out to that old balcony out there and thinking, boy, this is scary up here, because I was a little kid, you know.
In the early 80s, I belonged to the organization that revitalized and opened the Opera House. We all dressed in attire for the theme. The streets were lined up with the old cars, and it was just a magical, magical evening. That evening I dressed as a flapper, which seems to be my theme.
Today I sit in the second balcony, which is the segregated part of the Sorg Theater. The memories that I have is that my mother, Olivia, and my grandmother, Mama Hawkins, and Mom Mary, would come, along with my sister and my cousin, Chuck, Robbie, and Scott. We would come here, and I remember singing Bambi, my all-time favorite, and also The Wicked Witch, The Wizard of Oz.
In 1996, my fiance and I were talking about where to get married and what to do. I was thinking about something small in the backyard, and she was thinking about something a lot bigger. So, because of both of our involvements here in the theater, we decided to have the wedding here on the stage, about where where I'm sitting right now. I brought a friend of mine in to marry us, and we had a great time here in the Sorg. We had staged a little bit of a show before the wedding, had some friends of ours do some singing and so forth, and so it was a special evening. So this place has real special memories for me.
My name is Denise Brodsky. I am the Vice President of Development for the Sorg Opera Revitalization Group and also one of the owners of the facility.
I'm Chuck Miller. I'm the self-anointed President of the Sorg Opera Revitalization Group. Thanks for having us. So we're here trying to save the building. We got an idea about the building almost a year ago. Walked it, fell in love with it, feel that it has a great opportunity for the performing arts community and for the city of Middletown and the region. It's a massive challenge, but the good thing about the structure itself, we feel the bones are solid, walls are straight, and we're here trying to get something going with it.
We're most excited too about the amount of support that the city has given us through our volunteers and those individuals around the city that have been really working hard to help us with our fundraising. And a project of this size, as you know, is going to take multiple forms of fundraising, and that's what we're really focused on. The volunteer support is saving us thousands and thousands of dollars, but it's one piece of it. And the other piece is obviously those individuals that can help us with our fundraising. so that we can get this place restored and fill this hallway full of voices and footsteps and people in the seats into the theater.
I'm Ken Bowman, and I'm a partner in this venture here, the Sorg Opera House. Got involved early last year when it came to my attention from a good friend, Chuck Miller, who's another major partner in the project. He brought me out here. We took a look at this incredible facility and just could not sit back and watch it be demolished or whatever its fate might have been with its incredible history. Our ultimate goal actually is to revitalize this theater, have the storefronts up and running, office suites we hope to potentially use, or in a perfect world it would be art-related purposes in the office suites. We've got probably 20 or so that could be leased. The ballroom we hope to keep real busy. I have visions of us being a Taft Theater type of a venue for that kind of an act that comes through there, really good national draw, and bringing lots of people to town for quality entertainment.
To bring the theater back, people love live theater. It promotes such a tremendous energy, and people get excited about it.
A lot of people don't realize it, but it's that generation from the late 1800s and early 1900s that made Middletown what they are. They're our ancestors, and without them, we wouldn't have what we have today. And I hate to see that it get forgotten.
I was very excited to be here when the screen went up and it had the first live performance in over 40 years. And I want to be here when the curtain goes up on the next rebirth of the Sorg and see music and theater and culture here again.
I think we have a real good team put together to lead the building forward into its renovation. Our board of directors is solid, and that's why we did it. We just stumbled into it. We had no intention to do it, but after thinking about it, we couldn't let it go. And we debated and debated and debated whether or not we should do this, and we all agreed that we should do it. So we did it. So here we are.
Here we are, and I guess I'd like to add one final comment. We've used the phrase, "Its silence is deafening," and I'd like to welcome you to a brand new heartbeat in Middletown.